Master Noah has quickly become one of my favorite Eden Zero characters of all time. Like, he's close to the #1 spot. He's so close! However, even with that being the case, there's absolutely no way that I will ever be able to trust this dude. Like, ever. Just based off of his sly smile and the way that he walks and his overtly calm demeanor, like, no way, bro. The treachery theme sticks because he looks and he is treacherous. But anyways, it is now time to actually talk about what goes down in this chapter, so let's get it! So the Master Noah that has appeared in front of everybody is not the real Master Noah. It's just a hologram. The real Master Noah is back on Blue Garden, and this makes like complete and total sense. I originally thought that this was the real Master Noah, but unless he had like some teleportation ether gear, it really wouldn't have made sense for him to be here at all. Especially not before the Eden Zero crew got to Drake and Joe's ship. So yeah, he's a hologram. Anyways, Master Noah tells Rebecca that he has two things to tell her. The first is about his ether gear, which is called the Eye of God. By the way, that's a really sick name for an ether gear. And actually, the name of his ether gear makes me wonder if Master Noah and Shiki are destined to be enemies. Because, you know, Shiki's ether gear is called Satan's Gravity, and Master Noah's is called the Eye of God. And, you know, God and Satan, they're not friends, you know what I mean? But who knows? Back to the story. So, his ether gear, the Eye of God, gives him the ability to observe people's locations. But his power of observation extends outside of time. So he can see anybody's location in time as well as their movements across it. I am wondering, though, if there's more to Master Noah's power than he's letting on. Like, I'm wondering if he can observe not only if they move across time, but he can observe somebody's past or somebody's future. And if he could, that would explain why he knows so much about Rebecca. Like, for example, in this chapter, he says the first time that Rebecca used her ether gear subconsciously was 10 years ago. By the way, Rebecca could use Leaper subconsciously the entire time. But anyways, back to the story. So 10 years ago, right? When that car hit Happy all the way back then, it was actually supposed to hit Rebecca too. But she used the Leaper subconsciously, and that changed her location in time so that Happy was the only one that got hit by the truck. Even after that, whenever her life was threatened or the instant that her life was lost, she subconsciously changed her location in time. And it shows a few examples, like that dude that brought out the minigun all the way back in, I think, chapter 2. Those two dudes that were with Sabir and they were all about her thighs, and then the hideous beast known as Elegia. Now, I'm really hoping we get a chapter that goes in depth about every time Rebecca has used a Leaper subconsciously. Because now that I'm thinking about it, there have been so many times where Rebecca's life has been threatened, and she has used Cat Leaper 30 times. There are so many points in this story where she could have subconsciously used Leaper. Like, remember that time on Gillist where Rebecca was falling down that hole? What if, in that original timeline, Shiki didn't make it there in time and she actually fell to her death? So subconsciously, Leaper took her to a time where Shiki did make it in time and saved her. That's why I want a chapter that highlights every single time Leaper has been subconsciously used. Because I want to know those situations. That's so interesting. It's so intriguing. I need to know. Anyways, Master Noah says that this is world number 30, or basically the 30th timeline. And he says that this is the only world in which Drake and Joe can be defeated because Rebecca remembers what happened in the previous world, aka timeline. However, on the other hand, this is also the world with like the greatest amount of risk because Rebecca's powers have been activated. So if Drake and Joe gets a hold of Rebecca, her powers are forfeit and it's over. They lost. Master Noah then goes on to say, I have done some inexcusable things to all of you. It was I who sold Rebecca to Gillis and who sold her information to Draken, but I did it for a reason. I did it all to defeat Drake and Joe. And what he just said right there is one of the reasons as to why I like Master Noah so much, is because he will do whatever it takes. He will do whatever is necessary in order for him to accomplish his goal. But the chapter then goes to the 4 shining stars fighting the element 4. We see Witch giving Laguna the hands. Hermit is just toying with Fi. It kinda seems like Fi is completely and totally useless without a sniper rifle, which is a little disappointing because he is the coolest of the element 4 in my opinion, so I don't know, it's a little bit too quick to judge, but I mean, the way that Hermit's treating this is like she doesn't even see him as an opponent. She's just disrespecting him. That's all she's done ever since she met Fi. She disassembled his sniper rifle, and and now she's got him doing a friggin' tippy-toe dance because a drone is shooting at him. It's pathetic. But then we got Sister Ivory going up against Daichi, and oh my gosh, Daichi just doesn't stand a chance, bro. Because he has the coin that says, hey, you went 60 days without torturing somebody, but Sister Ivory also has the same coin, but she went 10 years without torturing somebody. And she kicks this dude in the nuts and then crumples up her coin and then hits him in the ass with it. And finally, we got the technical rematch between Sylph and Hamura. And Hamura does two things, one that I absolutely love and the other where I'm just like, come on, bro. I'll start out with the thing that's just like, really? And that is, she starts out her battle with Sylph by basically telling her that they have fought before. Like, I get that that's Hamura's thing. She can't help spitting out what she thinks, but come on. Really? You just gave your most vital piece of information away to the enemy. Are you serious? And then the second thing that redeems her of this, kind of in my eyes, is she says, this is my first mission as Valkyrie. That line goes so hard, bro. And then she follows that up by saying, I must ensure this fight brings no shame to my mentor. And then Sylph tries to hit her with a wind attack, but Hamura stops it with the 5-sword fencing crane form. Anyways, the chapter ends with Shiki confronting Master Noah a little bit here by saying, you want to defeat Draken, the guy who put Rebecca in all that danger? And the hologram of Master Noah just turns and looks over his shoulder and says, is there a problem? After that, he then says, you have yet to learn how truly terrifying Draken can be. Now, before I close this out, I got a question, bro. How does Draken Joe know about the number 30? But anyways, I'm just gonna end the video, yeah. So, thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Yeah.